What's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. We are not on the stoop today. We are under the stoop because it just started raining again. And I decided that this Chelsea-Man United match was not worth me taking my laptop out into the rain. It was too boring. It was, I guess, it was a defensive battle, but it looked more like two teams that didn't want to lose, as opposed to one team that was trying to win, one team that was trying to get above West Ham to get into fourth place, one team that was trying to get closer to first place Man City. No, it looked like two teams going, oh, we better not let, I don't know, Tottenham catch us or fucking Liverpool or Arsenal. So it just looked like two teams that really were playing it safe. There were moments. I mean, look at here. There's 10 total shots on target, 29 total shots. So that would tell you that it isn't as boring or wasn't as boring as it seems. But from a neutral perspective, unimpressed by either club. And to get to another neutral perspective, even more neutral than mine, it's the Wolves fan. Your favorite Wolves fan. This is Mark. What's going on, Mark? He is furious, by the way.
Why? Why do I allow myself to get sucked into the scum bowl thinking that it's going to be exciting? Thinking these are two teams, they're up toward the top. They're going to be duking it out. And twice this year, I've been bored to tears. I barely was able to stay awake in this one. Last time, at least we could talk about the guy on the Chelsea team I can't pronounce in Maguire and
Azpilicueta.
Thank you, and the throwdown, the WWF style takedown by Harry Maguire that didn't get the red card. That was something we could talk about. Today, what are we going to talk about?
Well, we could talk about some defense.
Are we going to talk about how there were three shots in the first half, and that the second half was so much more exciting than the first half? Which, this is 90 minutes of my life that I am never going to get back. And I've been watching a lot of football today. I even watched Spurs beat up on poor Burnley today while I was
at least
making
that wasn't
brunch.
boring.
That was I mean, to see Gareth Bale
showed off,
showing up, getting the start, scoring, and getting
I'm not talking about Spurs.
But this is how boring the Scum Bowl was.
I got a lot of work done watching this match.
The Scum Bowl was so boring. I'll talk about Spurs.
Well, okay, Mark. Maybe you and I, maybe we just missed it. Maybe we just, you know what? Let's bring in a Chelsea fan then. Maybe a Chelsea fan can know. Naji, what's going on,
Naji,
buddy?
Welcome.
Hey guys, how are you?
Bored to tears.
Mark, did you say 90 minutes? It was boring for 90 minutes?
It was 90 minutes of my life that I'm never going to get back. 110 minutes. All right. Well, see, this is the tactician here. He's actually got
180 plus. That's the
between the two. Yes.
Now.
Yeah, and then not to mention scum bowls in the past that I may or may not have watched.
Yeah, it was a lackluster performance to say the least by both teams. Neither wanted to win these games, and we're both happy with the 0-0 draw, to be honest with you.
I don't think either team wanted to play, let alone win.
For a Man U fan and for a Chelsea fan, it was nervy, to be honest with you. But for the neutrals, it was very boring, to be honest. It was very disappointing.
Yeah, I would say, well, especially, I mean, we know how these matches go. How many times do two really big clubs go at each other, and we all expect big things. But, the expansive firepower that we see on a weekly basis is generally to teams that are worse than you as a club. So when we see two clubs like this go at it, they do go in with a little bit of, we can nick this in the 90th. We can nick this in the last 15 minutes. Just don't fall behind. So goal number one is to not be behind at halftime. And then goal number two is every 15 minutes from there, until you can get a goal.
This game only needed a win There was a lot of half chances during that
Yeah.
game, but there wasn't that chance that you're gonna say, "Oh my God, that was a big chance."
Yeah.
Chelsea should have won the game, or Man U should have won the game. So a lot of half chances. Mm, to be honest, I was surprised because at some point, Man U dominated the last 15 minutes of the first half. They had three corners.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were pressing high. Chelsea couldn't do anything with the ball. They were missing a lot of balls in the middle of the park. So that was, Man U did take control. Um, and I was surprised with that. I thought they were going to sit back and Chelsea was going to have a lot of the ball, but the first half finished with like 51 to 49
Yeah.
percentage possession.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned there were 10 shots on goal. Most of those came in clusters. It wasn't like,
Yes.
and that's 10 shots for both teams combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like spread out through the entire match. They came like boom, 1, 2, 3 shots. And I thought you're right, both teams had a chance, and Man United was really putting in some sustained pressure in the second half.
Yeah.
But nothing
Olivier
looked
Giroud
promising.
If Olivier Giroud connected on that head 1-0 for sure. And I'm not sure why he took out Hudson-Odoi in the first half. He had a shot almost that went in. It was a good, and he had the cross for Olivier Giroud.
Yeah.
Take off Ziyech. He was the worst player.
Ziyech was
the
terrible.
Whole game.
He was absolutely terrible.
Giving the ball away so many times in the middle of the field. He wasn't going forward with the ball. He was going backwards.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of balls. I mean, Ziyech should have been out at halftime, and I was waiting for it. But he kept him in. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, he took off Hudson-Odoi and then Giroud.
Yeah.
And think he eventually took off Ziyech
He wanted to play with a false 9, and okay, you want to play with a false 9, that's fine, but you kept playing from the wings. I mean, who's gonna be at the end of a header inside the box? I mean, Pulisic went in for Giroud. Play from the middle, don't play from the wing. And that was frustrating to see,
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of crosses from Reece James in the second half that were dangerous, but there was nobody to get at the end of that ball,
Yeah.
inside the ball.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of like the driving moments, where you thought something really cool was about to happen, kind of reminded me of a sneeze that just never happened, that never comes, and you're like,
yeah. And even
and it just fizzles out.
From a Man U point side, Ole, it took him a long time to do the first change.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And
because who was tired? Who could absolutely nobody could be tired after the first half. So everyone had at least another 30 minutes in them.
Greenwood and playing Martial instead of him. That was strange for me. I was happy for Greenwood to come out, and I was waiting for Dan James to come out and have Martial at his Rashford go play on the right hand side and play Martial as a striker. And I was surprised also that Cavani wasn't even on the bench today.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he was injured. I know Tammy was injured. He wasn't in the 18. But I was surprised with Man U,
Yeah. What's going on, Lana or Lana? We saw your message up there. Will Chelsea finish in the top 4? We'll get into all that later. We're going to continue breaking down this snore fest of a game, definitely. And
Man U still unbeaten.
Mr. Tom, welcome. I felt like
sure.
This year, but they only won 2 of the last 7 games in the league. Chelsea, if you want to stay positive, that's 7 clean sheets in 9 games for Tuchel.
Yeah.
If you want to be on the positive sides, you're good defensively.
You play like that, of course, you're not going to let any goals in. It's just.
Yeah, I understand. The final third, the final ball, it was very disappointing again. And that's not the first time this year. And Tuchel, Chelsea aren't. I believe they scored 8 goals in the last 10 games, which is not good enough for Chelsea with all the money on the bench, with all the money on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was very disappointed with the.
I got a question here, real quick. Did Christian Pulisic grow the beard so that Tuchel wouldn't recognize him and just say, "Yeah, you go play"?
He goes, "Little Giroud, come here."
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, I barely recognized him. He grew a beard.
Yeah, well, he's still recovering, isn't he? Like he's not fully fit, or is he
fit all season?
He can't play 90 minutes right now. I was happy. I was happy with some touches he did. I was happy with some touches he did. He took on some players. But did you guys remember that the first 15 minutes? I think Rudiger from he ran with the ball like from his own area to the menu area. I thought something was going to happen, but usually when you do that, you get tired. Pass the ball so somebody could cross it, and I knew the cross was going to be off.
Yeah.
So the only touching I saw Rudiger do was with McTominay.
Yeah,
Rudiger, they were all over each other.
Rudiger tend to do that. From under the table. He would bring his hand up. Sometimes as if he's hugging him, but he's doing something else.
I was expecting McTominay to just pull out a bouquet of flowers and hand it to him.
They were hugging. Hey, good to see Man United did not get a penalty. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I know.
My wife walked in at about like the 80th minute or something, and she goes, "Boring match," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's fine. We're just waiting until the 90th minute when Man United gets a penalty and they win the game."
Hey, have you guys seen Fernandes during that game?
He was kind of non-existent.
I didn't see him. I did.
He was there.
He made one beautiful toe poke of a pass, first touch pass, but it caught Rashford offside, and he couldn't get to it.
What do you think of Fernandes without scoring penalties? Like if he did not score all these penalties, what do you think of him?
He'd be just like average, just like anybody else.
A little bit above average, right?
I think you're. I mean, he's out of your fucking mind.
He's a great assist man.
I think you're out of your fucking minds to say he would just be
above average.
He's well above average. He's well above average.
Okay.
Listen, exactly. Here's Chris says he has 54 goal contributions in 12 months. Let's take away let's say 20 penalties. That's still 34.
I think I might say more than that.
People are comparing him to Paul Scholes right now. People comparing him to Paul Scholes right now.
We'll see. But Man United were in a free fall. They were in a free fall, and then they picked him up, and immediately
that was last season, right?
Yeah, last season.
Yeah, no, he's been a great pickup.
I remember when they got him, I was like,
I'm just being cynical.
I didn't know he was available. How did Arsenal not grab him? Like he's so good and so smart. He's a leader. He's a captain. He came in because Ole had loose reins. He was like, I'm not sure how to win this. Fucking little hobbit dude. And then Bruno Fernandes comes in and goes, I'll help you. And he just goes out and he's like, you go over here, you go over here. And his passes, he forced people to be better. He would pass it to where they should be. And they weren't there. And you've seen the Manchester United team slowly catch up to him. And that's why they're playing so that's why they are where they are right now. It's not just him scoring goals. It's even the goal contributions that don't get marked, which are like the key passes, the pass before the assist, the pass that opens up a lane that lets another pass go in, things like that, where he's fantastic. I hate saying that about a Man United player, but he's fantastic, and I look forward to seeing him in the Euros.
The last time that Sporting Lisbon won the league was in 2001. That was a long time ago. And then it was Porto, Benfica, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He left for Man United. They are top of the league right now, 10 minutes, 10 points. 10 points.
10 meters?
10 points in the lead, and Porto is second right now. The moment he left.
Wow.
He was
Well, I
with
don't know.
he was with Sporting for 3 years,
Yeah.
and
Well,
they couldn't win nothing.
I don't know.
The moment he left, they're 10 points clear right now.
I don't know what to tell
Just a
you.
thought. Just a thought.
I didn't know that stat.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
a
know.
thought, I want people to look at that. And today, N'Golo Kante was playing, was not man marking him, but he was very close to him, and he got frustrated. If you guys thought his body language was awful today, Fernando.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
it wasn't. Now I gave love to a fucking dirty scum player, so I'll give love to a Chelsea scum player. N'Golo Kante is one of the best in the world at his position.
He is, man. Yeah.
He just
Today,
is.
yeah.
And any team would be lucky to have him because he's also a great person, from what it seems.
Very down to earth. This guy,
Yeah.
I think he drives a Mini Cooper.
How does he fit in it?
Exactly.
No, he's not that
is,
big. He's
like,
not. He's not
He's not about
massive.
fancy
those things
stuff.
aren't exactly roomy.
He's so respectful. I don't know if you guys follow Chelsea on Instagram. I don't know, but they ask him questions like, N'Golo, please give us a joke. Say something. He wouldn't say nothing. He would just laugh. That's it. That's him.
That's funny.
Mason,
funny.
he got some good runs today. Mason Mount did a lot of good runs today. Unfortunately, the final ball was still missing. But he
Yeah, I
took
thought he
players.
was kind of shit today.
Oh yeah. I think he did. He had some good runs today. Not that much.
Who is that?
Mason Mount,
Mount.
Mason Mount.
our future captain.
Yeah,
Especially since he's been doing so well. I just don't. I don't think he was living up to the latest. How people have been hyping him lately.
I mean, he's not a like a Ronaldo kind of player. He works hard. He runs. He takes on players. He makes those run in the middle. He's good with when Chelsea get a corner, when get a free kick. He's one delivering those balls.
Mm.
He's good at that stuff. And he's still learning under Tuchel and under Lampard. He's still learning the position. He's not a complete. He's only 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was that young.
Oh yeah.
I guess everybody in soccer is under 20. Unless you're
yeah,
Pablo Hernandez.
Pablo Hernandez. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few other old guys I could probably remember having never seen them play before, but
Leicester definitely would not have won the league without. Without
him and Drinkwater was
Conte.
awesome. Were awesome.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Do you guys know Dan James?
Yeah.
You know him on what's that team called? Manchester United.
Yeah.
Dan James. To me, he looks like Marianne Cotillard. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Not me.
La Vie de Rose.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I see that.
Like, don't they?
I do see that.
This may not be the best photo of her for this, but don't they look alike? I kept going, that's fucking Marianne Cotillard.
Very underrated player, to be honest with you. But
I thought you were like very underrated.
Very
actress.
underrated.
He's fast.
She's fantastic.
He's a very fast player. He's underrated, but a very fast player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do a job, with United. He could cover up, and he's been playing a lot lately. I'm surprised Juan Mata wasn't even on the 18 today.
Oh, really?
I think he's leaving by the end of the season. I think he's going back to Spain.
Yeah, so he could go hook up with David Silva. I always thought that they would be fun together. Austin, agree, man. We're still like literally snooze fest. This is coffee. I don't know if you guys know. This is my Batman coffee mug. Massive. I need it. I'm like, God, I got to go talk about this show. I'm inceptioning you. Now every time you watch Inception, you're going to be like, she plays for fucking United. Another big game disappointment for real.
Yeah.
And actually, this is exactly what I expected out of the Leicester Arsenal match today. I expected very similar.
Man U drew 0-0 against City also the first game, and they drew another again. Is it Liverpool?
No, that was
The United Liverpool match was boring as well. I remember
I think
that.
it ended 0-0 too. I think
I
so.
thought that was 1-0.
Arsenal Man United was 0-0. Super
Okay, so
boring.
there you go.
Liverpool Man United in January 0-0.
There you go. Yeah.
City. I mean, at least against Everton, it was 3-3. And Leicester, it was 2-2. You know what I'm noticing? Yeah, Man City 0-0. So let's look at this. That's Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool and Chelsea. Four teams, four big teams that no goals scored. Then against the next two big clubs, Leicester City and Everton, which would be, top 6, 7 or 8, they drew 3-3. So as good as Man United, people are saying Man United have been against the big clubs,
they draw.
Now they're pulling points.
They lost 6-1 against Spurs. The first
and then they lost 6-1 to Spurs. So they're picking up all these points from little teams, smaller. Smaller clubs.
That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
No. That's Champions League material. And they're not losing, I guess.
Against
so let's see. What did Chris say? There's a 53-year-old in the Japanese league.
God bless him.
Wow. You and Mr. Tom are going to have a fact off.
Hey, Zlatan is 39.
Zlatan, I can't wait to see him play against Man United.
I can't wait neither.
When is that? Like 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, I'm a huge AC Milan fan, and
you are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zlatan is gonna score. He's gonna score a goal.
Yeah. And he's gonna fucking tweet about it for a week. I just love. He's such a terrible person. I love it. He's fantastic to watch. I couldn't believe when Zlatan came over to the U.S. and he went to the Galaxy. His first match, they bring him on at like the 70th minute. He scores this goal from 40 yards away.
Amazing goal. Amazing.
But it's like this karate kick, and he just and he lands, and it goes in, and he just looks like this.
Against who?
Are you not entertained? It was such like
Los Angeles City FC. Against LAFC.
Will Ferrell's team.
Carlos Vela. Carlos Vela. He played for Arsenal in the past. Yeah. Against that team.
Yeah. Because they were losing, and then he scored another goal like 10 minutes later to tie the game, I believe, and they ended in a draw. But it was 0-0. So his first match out, he does this ridiculous only Zlatan type goal.
It was
and
amazing.
Just perfectly stands there. Like what?
Yeah.
He was basically saying, "LA, Zlatan is here."
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see him do something like that to United. Anyway, back to them, because they said Man United sits in second place. Same matches played with the top 6 all have the same matches played, and they're 12 points out of first. Leicester City is 1 point behind them. Mm-hmm. Leicester City would have ended the weekend in second place had they beaten. Yeah. Had they even drawn? No. They would have had to beat us.
They have to beat
Then we have West Ham, who stays for the weekend. Liverpool can jump. Liverpool. Oh, they're playing right now, so Liverpool cannot jump over West Ham. West Ham ends the weekend
in fourth.
Yeah, West Ham ends the weekend in 4th place. Mm-hmm. Way to go, Hammers, putting in work, which is a good feeling because they lost this weekend, but they lost to Man City, so it's a good feeling. Mm-hmm. Anyway, going. Yeah. Chelsea ends in 5th place. Chelsea. If Liverpool wins by like 5 goals, they'll jump over you.
I don't think I don't think it's going to matter in the table right now because Leicester's going to fall so far out.
I'm with you, Mark.
I think so.
I'm with you, Mark.
Leicester's going to free fall without Madison and without Barnes. It's going to be sad.
Yeah.
because they put together a pretty good season this year, you know, and they were fun to watch. And Madison and Barnes in the last like 6 to 8 matches have really kind of come out of that shadow of Jamie Vardy and be like, hey, you know what? We play too. We're good too. And now they're both out. There's no timetable for Madison.
Everyone is
Barnes
benefited.
is going to have surgery.
Shit. And, everyone has benefited. Albrighton has all of a sudden, because they're drawing attention to each other. Tielemans, all of them.
Yeah. Madison was the one scoring goals lately, and
and Barnes.
Yep.
He's the one that takes free kick. He's the one that take on players. He's the one that plays as a number 10. They didn't have him. And then you got Barnes out, which I think he would have done the Euros this year. He would have gone to the Euros this year. And Madison is a big loss. I was surprised when I saw them up against Arsenal in the first half, to be honest. But then after
I was not.
Barnes went out, I was like, no, there's no chance they're coming back.
Yeah.
And I see them. Mark, you agree? You see them out of the top 4, right?
I see them out of the top 5, and I think this is something that brings Liverpool back up,
or Spurs maybe, or Arsenal.
No, I don't know about Spurs, but they keep starting Bale, and Bale's son and Kane looks pretty good up front.
They did today. They did.
I mean that's what everybody.
That's the first time this season that those 3 have all been on the same pitch together.
Yeah, and he did really good.
Yeah,
he did really good.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Well, listen. Actually, Everton have 2 games in hand over. Everton are sitting at 7th. They have 2 games in hand, and if they won both of those, they would jump into 4th place.
It's too early to talk about this game.
Yeah.
But Chelsea play Everton at home next week.
Yeah.
So this game is huge for Chelsea. It's huge for Everton too. But it's a big game for Chelsea if they want to really, really get to the 4. You're playing at home against Everton.
The games in hand for Everton are Southampton and Aston Villa. Not exactly
easy
powerhouses.
Yeah, but again,
you never know. But
it depends which one of those teams show up. You know, Southampton and Aston Villa, like which team shows up.
Yeah.
Right.
Because both teams can be very, very good.
Right. Well,
but
Southampton is tomorrow.
Leaky and bad.
Southampton is tomorrow, and Southampton is terrible right now.
Let's go back to what we were talking about. And Naji, I want you to tell me what did you see that pleased you as a Chelsea fan? Like anything in the match that you were like, okay.
Yeah. Today I took another clean sheet. And a point. At the end I really didn't want to lose this game, and another clean sheet. That's all I took from the game. That's the only positive thing, because positively
there was no one player or anything that stood out for you.
N'Golo Kante again, maybe the defense looks rock solid. Aspilicueta and Christensen and Rudiger, and I think Thiago Silva, when he's gonna come back, he's gonna play instead of Christensen. But the defense looks solid for me today. Mendy did some saves. Mendy saved one from Dan James.
Yeah.
He wasn't even seeing the ball, but it was awesome. You know how he saved it. And the free kick by Rashford, this is not an easy save.
No, that dipped.
Yeah.
It did. And, I'm confident with Mendy in goal. I don't know. I was happy with the front 3, Mason Mount, Ziyech. I was excited. So for me, the negative thing was Ziyech today.
Yeah, I thought he was poor. And once again, it's like, how are these guys that I loved watching, and he was like such the spark for his club last season, that when he came here, now he's just been, I don't know, he's been put out. Like his spark has gone out.
Yeah.
And the passes aren't great. So Naji, a question from Mr. Tom. Do you think Chelsea will spend more money in the summer?
Look, a lot of people are talking Haaland. We're going to get a defender. I don't see them spending nothing next year, especially with the coronavirus. and without fans, how much we spent last summer, 200 million. So I don't see them spending. I don't see anybody spending. And maybe Manu is going to get Sancho, like one big player, and that's it. I'll be honest. Spurs are not going to spend nothing, especially if they don't make the Champions League. So it all depends, but I don't think Chelsea are going to spend nothing. Let's stop with the rumors. Let's stop with Haaland, because a lot of team want him. To be honest with you, why Man U wouldn't get him? Ole is a friend of his father, and he speaks to Haaland as well. They're all Norwegians. So, but I don't see it happening. I don't see Chelsea. We haven't used Havertz this year. Havertz is on the bench today. He didn't even get a minute, and we spent 90 million pound on him, $90 million on him. So
Yeah.
I don't see them spending.
Yeah,
I can't imagine you guys have anything to spend.
Yeah, spending money is not the issue. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
There's no salary cap in Premier League, right? Yeah, I mean, you can just spend and spend
there's
and
financial
spend and
fair
spend
play.
like your Mr. Moneybags
There's
from
financial
Monopoly.
fair play, which
Yeah.
is something, but
And I think I'm still sticking with that. Man City is gonna get Messi on the free from Barcelona.
yeah.
I'm still sticking with it until now.
Yeah. And Jesus, we said earlier today that
Look,
I believe Man City is the best team in the world right now. Honestly. Tell me a team that's better than them. Maybe Bayern Munich.
That would be the only one I would mention.
Bayern Munich keeps having scares in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
They keep having to like come back and win. City's not having that issue right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know. I need to see it to believe it for City winning in the Champions League. I need to see it because they always won the league and got out of the Champions League. They've always done it. But don't forget, Pep haven't won the Champions League since he left Barcelona. He didn't win it.
Now I think this year, this year is his best year. You've got a flailing Barcelona. PSG is only starting to get on track. Juventus, like everybody's beatable.
Yeah, I
This
understand.
is the year.
Pep at Bayern had Philipp Lahm, Muller, Schweinsteiger in their prime.
Yeah.
And couldn't win the Champions League. But that it's not easy to win the Champions League. You have to win a game on the road or something have to go your way. Like when
I just think they have the squad depth to do it as well.
Yeah.
So we keep veering away from Chelsea. I don't know why. But Zawech is here. He's a fellow Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
He says Ziyech was abysmal today. Chilwell needs to start using his right foot every time we get a chance to play. 1-2s on the sideline. He passes it back. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree. You should use your right foot. When you get into positions to use them, shoot the ball maybe more. He's afraid. Chelsea today, they had a chance to go forward, but no, they would go backwards to the defense and then sideways. Could you move the ball forward, please? Go into the middle a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was happy with Ziyech. He was in for a reason today. They didn't want to use Alonso because defensively Alonso is weaker than Ziyech, than Chilwell. So they used Chilwell as a left wing back today. I was with that today, actually.
Yeah. No, I thought you guys were lined up well. You started Hudson-Odoi for all the drama that was last week, but then he did come off at halftime.
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought he was all right.
Yeah,
gave you guys the biggest chance.
I told you that was nothing. What happened?
Yeah.
The substitution, that was nothing. He played against Atletico. He played now against Man U. I mean, what bigger games you want him to prove a point?
Yeah,
that was nothing, and people were doing a lot about it. He took him off. Hudson-Odoi is gonna be his confidence is gonna be low. No, I didn't see that, especially today.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything attitude-wise that merited him coming off. I just think it was just a substitution. Things are moving pretty stagnantly. Let's try and mix it up. I like the guy. I want to see him play. 90 minutes the whole time.
Who, Margaret
And then
Cho?
what?
Cho?
Margaret Cho? Yes, Margaret Cho. I want to watch a 90-minute set of Margaret Cho. Does she even do comedy anymore, or is she just sitting somewhere on a big pile of money telling people what to do?
No, I think she's in. She's done a couple movies here and there.
Sure.
She probably still does comedy.
She's like an Asian Janine Garofalo.
Exactly. I'd say, yeah, that would be a very, I haven't seen her comedy these days. She may be like all right wing or all liberal, like who knows, like crazy. Who knows? I just haven't seen it. But I love like that Dave Chappelle goes to like his local small town little comedy club and does sets, or he does sets like in a field or something like that.
Right.
It's awesome to think about that. Anyway, back to football. Zawic, is that an AC Milan?
Yeah,
you got there.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
I was gonna say, so you two should be buddies.
Yeah,
I feel like
an AC Milan fan.
Who's to say they're not?
Yeah, is that you, Naji? Are you just typing in questions for yourself? I feel like a finisher like Haaland, Andre Silva, etc., could make Chelsea a big threat for the league, Champions League.
Okay,
you guys just don't have enough of those.
Naji's like, I got to get your phone number because I love this.
You know what? Mark just hit it. We thought the same thing about Werner. We thought the same thing about Havertz. So even if we bring in Holland and Andre Silva, which he was a flop at AC Milan, to be honest with you, before going to Frankfurt, he was a flop over there, and that's why he left. So no, I don't see it happening. Holland is a great finisher, but he needs to have a system around him and players around him.
Yeah. That's funny. So this all brings me back to a comment I believe Chris had a while ago that I constantly say about Chelsea. What I find frustrating about Chelsea is that you have too many similar players. So that's why I'm confused at the purchase of both Kai Havertz and Ziyech, because you have Pulisic, Mount, a bunch of players that are already like that. Now we're talking about, we need an out-and-out striker better than Giroud, like someone who can actually run. Well, you got Timo Werner. Well, okay, no, he's not quite the striker type we're looking at because he's very similar to Mason Mount. So I believe that's where Frank was having a hard time because he couldn't, it's a combination of who plays well together, but they all do the same role.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. I agree at a certain point, but do we know what Havertz's best position is on the field? No,
you should know that when you buy him.
Yeah,
when you spend that kind of money, you should already know that. You should have a plan.
You're gonna buy a car, you should know what it does. You're gonna buy a house, you gotta know where you're gonna sleep.
Yeah,
and we still don't know if it's Frank Lampard that wanted to bring Havertz in, or if Chelsea wanted to bring Havertz in. That's a big confusion there that we're not gonna know about it.
Yeah, Chris says that was a drunk FIFA career mode transfer window. Yeah, you're like, oh shit, I could get him. He's great, man. Kai Havertz is fucking. Oh, he's so good. Ziyech. Oh man, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get him. Let's see. He said Diego Costa was the last successful striker. You need someone who can hold the ball and play kind of like a target man. Giroud is aging. Yeah.
Oh my God, Diego Costa was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Yeah, I don't like him. I do not like him.
Yeah, he got how many red cards for Arsenal players when they guys played?
Yeah, it was just always a fight. There was always just like a box.
With Gabriel. I think Gabriel got a red card. Gabriel was the player from Arsenal.
Mount, Rashford, Martial, Greenwood are killing their clubs to be top clubs. Enough of endless support. Wait, what does that mean? Mount, Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, Mason Mount. So 1 Chelsea and 3.
So that means I think what he's saying is that those 4 players are not gonna reach their potential playing for Chelsea and Man United. Maybe I don't know.
That forcing those players to play is hurting your club's chances at being
These are
top club, I
great
suppose.
players. To be honest with you, I think these are.
Yeah. I don't know. Play a 2-2-6. Play a 2-2-7. Who needs a keeper in the modern era? I mean, Leeds generally don't play with a keeper, so
I know.
Hold on a
they're
second.
doing okay.
Those numbers were 227, 226.
Mark's doing
we're
the lottery.
gonna play the big 3. Hold on.
What's going on, Alexander Adam? Big up from Leeds. I hope you didn't. Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
I hope you didn't actually watch the Scum Bowl, but it was boring.
That was a bad performance by Leeds yesterday. Very bad performance.
Yeah,
they couldn't put 2 passes together yesterday.
No, it was bad. Or was it good from Aston Villa? But anyway, we're not going to harp on that anymore.
All right, guys.
So let's talk. Okay, now we're going to look for the best player, Naji. Who was your man of the match?
Today, I think I'll go with Mendy. I'll just go with Mendy. I didn't see nobody on the field that was like a standing performance today, especially not from Menu. And Mendy saving 2 goals, playing a good, decent game.
Yeah.
He was good with his feet today, giving the ball, organizing from the back. I think Mendy was man of the match for me.
Yeah. Okay, Mark, who was your man of the match?
Actually, it's a tie, and I put a lot of thought into this. The man of the match, the men of the match is anyone who didn't watch this game. This game was horrible, and if you didn't watch it, you are my man of the match. You're my hero.
I thought you were going to say the referee.
The referee. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the referee would be a better. What's going on, Aiden? Yeah, we were doing the same. I'm still drinking coffee. Yeah, the ref for blowing the final whistle.
The whistle was the man of the match.
Yeah. So we were talking in our WhatsApp group where we have all your famous Stoop friends, James from Leeds, and we have Lawler and Cantac from Arsenal, and Jazz from United. He was quiet today, but
let's not forget Chris, who's watching Liverpool play Sheffield United.
Chris, yeah, watching Liverpool. But so we said, people were saying, "Oh, I'd rather Man United than Chelsea. I'd rather Chelsea than Man United." And James just says, James, the Leeds fan, who you guys know, says, I just wish that a black hole would open up in the middle of the pitch and both of these teams would just go away. So, yeah, I think I was just waiting, hoping like that would happen because that would be exciting. But no.
Yeah. Alas, it was not meant to be.
Yeah, that shot from Ziyech, she's right. Yeah, I know. That was, that was, and then Rhys James, that was a good block from, I think, Luke Shaw, but that was a good block too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think actually the referee didn't have a good game, to be honest with you. He whistled. There was a lot of stoppages, a lot of whistles, a lot of fouls that he, let the game flow a little bit. When it's that boring, let the game flow. But it's, that's my point of view. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think they made the right call on that double handball, because it was just a drop ball. So
Yeah. I don't even know why that garnered the attention that it did. You know,
And after,
especially when play had continued
yeah,
on for
for
another
like
30, 40 seconds, and then
exactly
they're like, "Hold on, we got to call this."
that
You
I
know.
was scared to death.
yeah, because usually if that happens, if they call it back after all that time,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it was menu.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
was United. So yeah, bad.
Yeah,
But I was good. I was glad with the call. And actually, in the Arsenal match, there were two penalty decisions that both went to VAR,
yeah,
and one was called
right.
back because it was outside of the box, and the other one wasn't called,
Yeah,
and they told the ref to come check it out, and it was a handball in the
yeah,
box,
Mm.
deliberate.
yeah,
And I thought those were both well done,
yeah.
and I was
They were.
glad that in the Arsenal match we didn't talk about the refs.
They were.
So I think you can complain about a little bit about the ref letting him. What did you
Wow.
say? Not letting him play?
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good.
that's a good
That's
Yeah,
quote.
amazing, Mr.
Good
Tom.
stat
Thank
there.
you for pointing that out. That's
like I told
100
Mark,
years,
180
100
minutes.
years of excitement, and then the planets aligned, and
99
2021 season was shit for
Yeah,
the
100 years ago.
Scumball.
Yeah. Not enough risk taking. They both looked afraid to lose
Yeah,
Chelsea
we
and
said
you. I
that.
mean, yep,
We said that.
definitely.
We said that. Both teams were happy with the point.
Yeah. Which is like, come on. Fucking go for it. Fucking go for it. Do something. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Aiden. Good win away for Arsenal at Leicester. Never easy at the King Power. Yeah, we just decided we wanted to be like Leeds United and beat Leicester City 3-1. So you guys did the same thing, so we're happy with that. 4 points for a win. I don't know. He's saying it should be changed to 4 points for a win. Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway, yeah. Do you guys got anything else to add about this match? Because
No, there would have to be something to add for us to add about it.
exactly.
This
Let's
was a
see what
match
Liverpool
of
is doing right now.
minuses.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see what Liverpool is doing.
Absolute minuses. I'd much rather watch this boring Liverpool Sheffield United match.
So
Probably
let's look ahead then. Naji, you guys got Liverpool on Thursday. It's kind of a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's a big
how do you
game.
feel? How do you feel about that one? I mean,
I'm confident. You
you
I'm
guys
confident.
could finish the weekend tied on points, so you guys are right there together in the 5 and 6 spot.
Yeah, I'm confident that we're not gonna lose this game. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna win this game, but like I said, the defense is playing really, really well. Mendy is a great goalkeeper. I think we're not gonna lose this game. That's what I think. Now, I don't know if we're gonna win it.
Oh, you guys fucking just talking about it's making me tired.
yeah, I don't even know if I want to watch that match. That's just, it sounds like, I mean, every time I watch Chelsea, I'm disappointed. Every time I watch Liverpool, it's like, what? This team was good last year? I don't know. I don't know. It's killing me.
Allison is not in the
Absolutely
lineup, by the way.
me. Who?
Oh yeah, his father. Yeah,
Allison
his
is
father
not
passed away.
in the lineup.
His
Yeah,
father-
we were contemplating. We were wondering if, like, sometimes players want to, like, that's their
Play.
best way to kind of cope. So we were just seeing, but he's not even on the bench, so it's probably a personal day, personal week or whatever. So you guys against Liverpool, 0-0 draw, boring. Don't watch that. Nobody needs to watch that. From now on, we need to pick like let's look at the matches we decided to go with. Man City West Ham was actually a good match.
That was a good match.
I thought that was very good. Leeds Villa, I thought was the first absolutely boring match I've ever seen Leeds play. Now I haven't seen it play a lot, but it was boring as shit. Arsenal Leicester turned out to be better, and Tottenham Burnley, if you're a Tottenham fan or just a fan of goals, turned out to be good. There were
They
some
They could have scored more goals today, Tottenham.
Yeah, definitely scored more goals. I'm looking at what we can look forward to the weekend watch list.
So guys, make sure to hit us up on Twitter or Facebook or in the comments and let us know what match next week you want us to cover. So Mark is going to pick one and I'm going to pick one, and then we need the audience to pick the third one. Right now it's looking, City United, the Manchester Derby, Chelsea Everton. It's going to be good. West Ham Leeds is actually going to.
Wasn't the Manchester Derby boring earlier?
It was very boring.
Wasn't it just like super disappointing? Why do we want to put ourselves through that again?
Now
2
it's
weeks in a row.
place. Now it's first and second place. Man City was not in a good spot back then.
I don't think either team was in a good spot back then.
I think Man City can actually spank them.
Don't forget.
I don't think Man City and spanking, unless they're doing the spanking, go together in a sentence. There's just no way. That team is too fucking good.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna spank Man United.
I thought you said the other way around.
No.
I had my mans mixed up.
Not a chance. So yeah, Chelsea Everton looks to be good. Tottenham
Wolves
Palace,
Villa could be good. But I'm not allowed to. Can't pick my own team. That's the rules.
Yeah. And then West Ham Leeds United. Well, we're gonna be live after the West Ham Leeds United anyway, because James will be around. James has been super busy lately, so he'll be around Monday night.
Yeah, he's out. He's out on the pitch with Phillips and Rodrigo getting fit.
Yeah. No, he's more like he pulled up a bucket next to Bielsa. But that should be fun. That should be around 5 o'clock, about 10 o'clock British time. So yeah, put those in. Arsenal play Burnley bright and early first match. So at least we don't play midweek. Yeah, so right. Man City Wolves on Tuesday. So we may be seeing you guys throughout the week. Stay tuned to the channel, and we may pop on for one of these matches or not. We got to figure this out. These extra matches during the week always throw off our schedule. So, but we will be here on Friday for happy hour. Happy hour went 5.5 hours last Friday, and if you missed it, you missed a lot of fun. And me doing accents as well, which is always fun for me, at least. So thank you guys for joining us. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Naji. Anything else you want to talk? I can't believe we talked this long about that.
Nothing. We talked this long about nothing.
And for all of you Man United fans and other fans, just keep this image. That Marianne Cotillard is Daniel James's mom. So next time you watch Inception, like Mr. Tom said, you'd be like, no wonder she's trying to kill herself, man. She's Dan James and she plays for United. You would too. Looking forward, guys. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Director.
Have a good week, everyone.
Peace out.
Go Blues.
Yeah.